Hello everyone. Welcome in. This is for those of you who are working on your process, on your ascension journey. You've been working through your fears, your belief systems. A lot of you have come forward and joined me for the Theta healing and the free clearings that have been given. And today, what's come to my attention a lot is the abandonment wound. So, we're going to look into it a wee bit deeper. And what I'm going to do is give some of you who are willing to work on yourself some downloads. I'd like you to write in the comments anything that comes up with you, what you resonate with, what you don't resonate with, what you feel you have had locked inside you for a while, and what you feel is ready to go. Because this is a very potent time, this month of March. We're going into the last week of March, and we're actually coming out of the three-dimensional energy, and we're moving into the fourth and the fifth. And if you haven't shifted through a lot of your big blockages, it's going to be challenging for you when you go into April to start to actually work on shifting them, because the energy is here now basically for us to do it in a very graceful way. So that's why in my meditation today this was brought up, that this is needed, the abandonment wound. And the abandonment wound, it ties in with the cynicism wound as well. So what is an abandonment wound? Well, it may show up as a deep fear of being left behind, being rejected or unloved, or feelings of loneliness. They may manifest as clinginess, feeling over needy. And when you were a child, you might have been a clingy child, and fears coming up around that, not necessarily for all of you, but for some of you. Difficulty trusting others is a big one with an abandonment wound, or a tendency to push people away before they have a chance to actually leave themselves. So it's a defense mechanism, because what our subconscious mind is always trying to do, it's always trying to protect us. And it doesn't know what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad. Our subconscious minds only know what we have been programmed. So sometimes there's a bit of a battle going on, because a lot of these issues that we have developed in childhood, in adolescence, or wherever you are in your life, haven't been resolved yet. And we carry them through our lives, and that's how we get caught up in a loop. So a tendency to push people away, this may stem from past experiences of neglect, of loss, or emotional withdrawal. So if you feel that you have had a loss and you have taken it to the extreme, that you've just been abandoned in the world, and why has this happened to me? You really need, your subconscious mind really needs to look at that belief, because it's really going to hold you back in a victimhood mindset. And if you stay in that, it's really going to bring more of the same to you. So with that wound, you're just emotionally withdrawn from actually forming new relationships with people, because again, you're protecting yourself and you don't want to be hurt. As I say, this ties in with the cynicism wound, which we have here. The two of them actually flew out of the deck together. And I thought that's so interesting, because it shows up again as mistrust and skepticism, often disillusionment as well, with people feeling like people have let you down, and disappointment with people as well. And if you're feeling disappointed and disillusioned with people, you're feeling disappointed and disillusioned with yourself, because everything comes back to you. It also may manifest as a belief that other people's intentions are primarily selfish, and you're at the other end of their selfish actions. But again, if you're looking at other people as being selfish, you really need to look at yourself and where you are in judgment and where you feel that perhaps you can look at aspects of that yourself. It can also be that you feel that the world is inherently flawed. Again, that's a type of victimhood as well. And that can make you go into detachment, feeling detached or deliberately detaching yourself from people and relationships or certain aspects in life where you don't feel comfortable. It can create avoidance. And I know I've been guilty of that myself in the past because I did have social anxiety as an adolescent. And I know in my mind, and I didn't even realize I was doing it then, that I did actually avoid certain situations. And you don't really realize until you start to look at these things and these habits that that is what your subconscious mind is doing. It's just trying to protect you because it feels that if you go into that situation, that it's a big threat because it has been something that has hurt you in the past. And what happens is, especially if there has been trauma around what's creating the avoidance, what you're avoiding, our subconscious mind just tells us, well, we're not going to put you in that situation again. We're going to keep you out of it. We're going to protect you. So the biggest thing really that comes from this is difficulty forming relationships, because if you're going through life protecting yourself all the time, what you're actually doing is pushing people away. So it's a big thing. Abandonment is a big, big thing. And the cynicism wound, it's just so, to me, it's just something that goes hand in hand so well, with that abandonment wound, because what you're actually doing is you're sort of manifesting the belief that other people's intentions are kind of always in the avenue of, this is what I can get for myself, and it's always about me. And that's just because you have been on the other end of that. And again, you go into the vicious cycle. So I thought what I would do is give you a few Theta downloads around this. And it goes back to childhood, a lot of this abandonment. I find in my healings where people or children or young adolescents, you just you've been going around with what feels to be, on an energetic level, a heavy heart, and it's like a loneliness. It's like, well, I have to always make sure that I'm the caretaker of me, and if I let anybody in, then that means that I'm giving my power away. And really, the truth of it is that it's the other way around. So these are all lessons. And every situation that comes up, we have to really ask ourselves, what am I learning here? And when you learn what it is, it's just like a light switch going on. And you can say, oh, yes, I really understand that. And I really understand myself. So the smaller you were, the more vulnerable you were. So can we just go in with the Theta? I just go up into Theta now. And I would just like to tell you the truth of that the smaller you were, the more vulnerable you were. But we'd like to clear all that up and teach you that you are grown up now and that you don't have to take all those childish ways with you. And to teach you that you can be vulnerable in a way that is with discernment, with people you trust, and that there is strength in being vulnerable. So if you'd like to receive that download, just say yes. And I just give it to you now. So just clearing away all those vulnerabilities, the unhealthy vulnerabilities. I'm just giving you Creator's truth of what it feels like to be vulnerable with the people that you trust and how empowering it is to be vulnerable, okay? And let's give you the divine truth of you, of your life, and what you've actually created in your life. And let's have Creator All It Is show you, for all of you who would like, what your purpose is and how you can change around these fears into positives. You can say thank you for the lesson, but now I'm moving on. So that feels like it's went in beautifully for a lot of you. I feel like a lot of you are ready for that teaching. Let's just move on and see what else I'm feeling. Some of you feel trapped in an old belief system. Some of you feel you don't have a choice. Some of you feel that's the way it's always been. It's not going to change now. I'm such an age. I'm not going to be able to change because, this has been going on for so long. So actually what you've done there is just creating your own reality and making a judgment on yourself. So if you would like me to remove that, just say yes. Creator of all it is commanded that any judgments that my collective are making on themselves around their realities, around feeling stuck, around feeling unmotivated, and around the belief system that they have no choice. Can we just give them all Creator's truth on that? And let's show them the truth of who they are, the beautiful divine spark of creation. And let's give you the divine power, the truth on that. Let's give you the truth of your own divine power and your ability to create and to grow and to change. Say yes to receive. So a lot of these belief systems around abandonment are tied in with the inability to say no to people. And this is what we done on the free clearing webinar that I done last week. So this is so common. We don't really want to say no a lot of the times to avoid conflict, or a lot of the time it's because you feel if you say no, you won't be loved, or the person you're saying no to will feel that you don't love them. There's so many different things tied into this, and it just creates a lot of confusion. So can we just go in and disentangle all the confusion around saying no for all of you? If you'd like it to receive it, just say yes. And we're giving this to you in all levels: the soul level, emotional level, mental level, physical level. For a lot of you, we're getting into your ancestors and past lives, because a lot of this energy is carried on in the DNA. And when you're healing this today, you're passing on the healing to your children and down the family line. So if you would like that, just say yes. So if you'd like to put in the comments what's coming up with you around saying no, and say no when you really would like to say yes. And let's just show you the truth of all the things that you're going to create now in your life through this teaching, that it is safe for you to say no when you really have been saying yes in the past and the present and the future. So we're just going to show you that you're safe and and that you're loved by Creator of all that is. And anything that's coming up around safety, I just want to go in, destroy and uncreate from the source point. And anytime you felt abandoned or unloved, or anytime you felt unseen, that's coming up big with you. I feel a lot of you have got the belief system, well, I was never seen in my childhood, so I'm not going to be seen in my adulthood. I was never seen in my adolescence, so it's never going to change. It's just the way I am. People don't see me. So let's talk about that for a wee minute, because that's pretty big. Because if you're going about feeling that you're not being seen, what are you going to do? You're going to hide yourself? Are you going to go out in the world and create? No, what you're going to do is just continue to say yes to people when you should really be saying no, because what you're doing is you're giving away your power, and you're giving away the love to other people that you should be giving to yourself. So this all ties in with boundaries and self-love. So can we give you the highest understanding and perspective of what it feels like, how to, and that is possible, to have high boundaries? Let's have Creator of all that is show you those boundaries in each and every one of your lives. And to know that it is safe for you to have boundaries, that you are worthy, is what I'm being given, of having those boundaries, and any unworthiness that you're feeling around setting boundaries. Let's ask Creator of all that is to go in, destroy and uncreate from the source point. Some of you might feel the energy shifting and changing. Just allow it to go. Can we have Creator of all that is show you what it feels like, how to, and as possible, just to allow the negative energies to just go. And we're going to bring in the pink light of unconditional love to go into the spaces where the more negative energies were being held in your body. Because what we're doing now is we are creating space in your body for the new downloads to come in. And in order for the new to come in, you have to say goodbye to the old. So I'm just witnessing that in your energy. And if you just go into alliance and allow that to go, that really helps your process a lot. All right. So again, just write in the comments how you're feeling, anything that's coming up. Some of you are feeling that you're not an individual. Some of you are feeling that you're still in that family dynamic, that you have to go along with what your family believes. Perhaps some of you, for example, are breaking out into spirituality and your family is in like a strong religion, like a Catholic family environment or Jewish or anything at all. And you're going out on your own and you keep getting drawn back and you've got this battle going on within you. That's because you feel like you're not an individual. You feel like you're part of the group because all of your teachings from your caregivers were that this is the way our family is. And for you to go out of that it's a wrongness for you to go out of that. So can we just go in and disentangle all of that confusion? To say yes to receive if you'd like that. And let's have Creator of all that is show you that you are an individual now. And we give this to your inner child as well, okay? And your inner child is here up at your higher heart. And if you just put your hand there, you can connect with her. And you can just be aware that you're giving her all of the healings and the downloads that perhaps you didn't receive when you were a child or an adolescent as well. It doesn't have to be a small child. And a lot of these things we carry into adulthood. Okay. So you can still be part of your family with having healthy boundaries around them and having your own boundaries, more importantly, and living your own life. So let's bring in the knowing that you get to make your own choices. Yes, because some of you feel I don't really get to make my own choices because I'll get too much hassle, I'll get too much grief. So again, that's giving your power away because you're still being a little child. So in order to move on, you really need to recognize that within yourself. So let's give you the download that you do have the ability, the knowing, and you're worthy of making choices for your own life because you are an individual, you are a person with your own thoughts, beliefs. Okay, and then for some of you now, you're feeling, well, this is going to cause a lot of conflict. So again, this is projection. So you may be feeling the projection from other people onto you. Can we just give you the highest understanding and perspective of projection and what it is? So that's other people's feelings being projected onto you that you take on as being hurt towards you. Really what it is simply their own belief system. So let's just disentangle all of the confusion around that from the source point. And let's show you the truth of being an individual and how worthy you are, any unworthiness that you feel about being an individual and having your own belief systems and having your own process in regards to your growth and your connection to the divine. Let's just clear all of that out, all of the unworthiness, all of the abandonment. And I'm just feeling a lot of expansion going on for many of you in the heart around that. Like it's been closing off your heart, closing off your ability to totally open up to creation, open up to healing even, is what I'm feeling. So let's show you the divine truth of your worthiness and your ability to receive healing. And that you don't need permission. A lot of you are feeling that you need like a permission slip to do the healing. And often that's what a lot of these attunements are. You know, if we decide we're going to go and get a certain attunement on something, a lot of these are just permission slips that are created in your mind. And a lot of people who do that, this comes from feeling abandoned, and you feel that you do need permission to go and get an attunement or go on that course or give yourself the healing even, or to work on yourself, to even look at your emotions. So this feels really powerful for a lot of you. So if you like the truth and all of that, just say yes to receive. Let's give you the truth of your ability to receive healing without having a permission slip. Okay. So some regret is coming up with some of you now, I can feel. And again, put in the comments what you're feeling, because I feel some of you are feeling, oh, that's what I've done in the past. How much time have I wasted? I could have been doing this. Let's just give you the truth of all that. That everyone is where they are on their journey. You're exactly as where you're supposed to be. And for those of you who are still stuck in that traumatic event, whether it is abuse or mental, emotional, physical abuse, something that was really had its toll on you, can we just soften that energy for you now? Bring in the pink light. before we go in and clear this out for you. Just be open to receive if you'd like that. And sometimes it's not just one thing. For a lot of you, it may be perhaps you were feeling abandoned or abused by a teacher, by a boss, by your parents, by your caretakers, by your friends, by your friends even when you were little at school. I'm feeling that for a lot of you. So let's just go in and let's just disentangle all the confusion around that. And then that's made you feel abandoned, feeling you're not good enough, feeling you have to prove yourself all the time, feeling that you're not included, like we were saying in the beginning, that you're going to be left behind. And for a lot of you, feel that you have to catch up. That's what I'm getting. You're feeling that you have to catch up because you were abused mentally, physically, or emotionally. And you feel, I'm behind everybody else. I'm damaged. Well, can we just disentangle all of the confusion around feeling that you're damaged, that you're going to be left behind, that you're disadvantaged, that you're a victim? Let's clear all that out. We're bringing in the pink light to soften all of that now for you. And we're going to teach you the truth of all of those lessons, okay? Because everything is happening for us. And I know that's hard for us to believe and understand, but when we come out of these situations where we felt abandoned and unloved and unsupported, it gives us great strength to move forward and to help other people. And often people who have felt abandoned, unloved, unsupported in life, they are the world's greatest healers and teachers. So let me just download the strengths and the possibilities is what I'm hearing for a lot of you that you haven't quite yet stepped into or realized, okay? Just downloading that for you now on all levels from the source point. And again, we're giving that to your inner child. And a lovely little mantra to say to your inner child is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. It's not a blame or shame or anything that you're excusing yourself, because you are your inner child for yourself. You are yourself, you are your inner child. It's giving yourself love, self-love and boundaries. I keep saying it. They're the two highest things that we need to really do to accelerate our process on the ascension journey. So if you'd like to know how to, that is possible, and that you already are receiving self-love, setting high boundaries for yourself, that you're worthy and deserving of this. And let's just show you what you can create as a result of this, and how your life will shift and change and grow, and how your relationships will shift and change and grow. And that is safe for you to do this and receive this. So often what happens sometimes when we come out of this teaching, we can go like hammer and tong into, I'm saying no, I'm not supposed to say yes, I'm not supposed to say yes, I'm supposed to say no. No, what we're going to do is we're going to teach you the discernment on how to be flexible, to have the discernment of when to say yes and when to say no. So if you would like that, just say yes to receive. Let's bring the pink light of unconditional love with that. That felt huge for a lot of you. Yes, that was a big one. Because for a lot of you, this can bring up some anger. It can bring up some frustration. It can bring up some regret and some resentment when you realize that you have been abandoning yourself because you have been abandoned. And then you'll go in hammer and tong and you'll say to the next person that asks you to do something for them, no, I'm not supposed to say yes, I'm supposed to say no. So that what we done there was just give you the discernment around that. So that's going to really help your process. Okay. Let's have another wee tune in and see how we're doing. So any judgments that you have on yourself, can we just release that to say yes, if you like that? Because when you're judging other people, all you're really doing is judging yourself. So just let's go in, ask Creator all it is to give you the truth on what judgment is and how we judge ourselves. And let's ask Creator all it is to give that personal to you, each and every one of you. Let's just release that. And let's just teach you how to be patient and compassionate with yourself as you move through your own process of healing. So just let me know how all of you are feeling in the comments. And if any of you would like to work with me one-to-one to go deeper on any of your feelings, your belief systems, you can get in touch with me, Deborah at Silver Violet Flame, and we can work something out. Some of you now, I'm feeling that there's a bit of, worry about it. And it's like your mind is already going in and trying to protect yourself from making a mistake. So let's give you all the truth around making a mistake from Creator's truth. Let's teach you that there are no mistakes, okay? And that everything is happening for you so that we can learn and grow. But let's bring in, if you'd like to receive, that you would like to learn and grow with grace and ease and harmony. Because a lot of us have the belief system that in order to grow and change, that it has to be painful. And that some of us believe that we have to hit rock bottom before we can change and grow. So that's a really big one. So if any of you that's coming up with you, let's go in, give you Creator's truth and all of that. Let's clear out any belief systems around having to hit rock bottom in order to heal, in order to get the lesson. If you feel like you're behind, sometimes that comes up. And this is tied into the abandonment wound. Let's just bring in the truth again. You're not behind. You're exactly where you are on your journey. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And finally, let's bring in the last download about acceptance. Just teach you how to accept yourself, everything about yourself. To know that everything is exactly as it was supposed to be. And let's again instill the beliefs that you have now, the ability to grow and heal and change and create and expand your life in the highest and best way possible from Creator's truth. Let's give this to your ancestors. And this will automatically be received, all of these downloads and healings, through down the family line to your children and your children's down the family line through your children and your children's children, all the way down, because you've had the bravery and the awareness to actually look at your own stuff. So how wonderful is that? So now I'm going to ask for a healing for all of your energies, all of your energy fields. And I'm going to shine gold energy through those energy fields, which is the energy that brings in abundance. Because when we're stuck in abandonment, it blocks our ability to receive abundance as well, because everything's connected. Okay, beautiful gold energy going in now through all of you. And we're going to finish by doing an instant healing for all of you. All of you watching, all of you want to say yes to receive an instant healing for all of you. So you can listen back to this time and time again, and you will receive the downloads each time stronger. Sometimes some of you need them a wee bit stronger. Sometimes some of you feel you may need to listen again. Some of you may feel I've received that, and some of you may feel you actually are witnessing the shifts and changes with the download. So everybody's different. So guys, that's where I'm going to finish off. I felt like a lot of you had shifted there. Many of the downloads were being received very gracefully. So let's just finish off with a card. I've got my little screen up here. And let's see what we've got for you. I'll use my Sacred Wisdom deck here, and we'll see what we've got for you. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling after that. Be interested to know. Medicine. So you've just received some medicine, guys. All right. How lovely is that? Medicine for the soul. Trust your intuition, a lot of you, with what you're feeling. Trust your intuition, it's correct. So whatever's going on with you now, it's correct. Archangel Metatron. Let's ask him how you all are. So this is a collective view of everyone who received. Archangel Metatron, could I have a card for you, please? From you. Attunement, connection and attunement. So a lot of you have reconnected to your divine spark, to the divinity of who you are. So ask me to pick a past life card here. So this may resonate with some of you. I think there's one of you watching that is really feeling that the past life is coming up. Some of you may have Native American past life coming up, is what I'm hearing as well. And some of you may be drawn to shaman type healings. So let's see what this past life is that comes up. A mother wound. Yeah, that's the mother. So I feel like a lot of you, this is tied in with the mother wound. Many of you may have been abandoned by a mother. Okay. This is reconnecting and healing the mother wound, okay? That's why they asked me to do that. This is very common. It doesn't have to be a mother. Sometimes it can be a father. It's just whoever your caretaker has been, whoever has been your main nurturer in life, because that's how we learn how to nurture ourselves and nurture everyone else in our lives. And if that was challenging, it doesn't have to be a huge thing. So for some people, it is a huge thing. It has been huge for them. For some people, it has been quite a lot. And for some people, it has been just a few wee things. Whatever it is, it needs to be addressed. Okay. So I think we need, what do we need? Okay, an angel card. So you're receiving the medicine. You're receiving attunement. These are the downloads coming in, okay, that have just been given you. And this is the medicine. This is the creativity with the flower of life here. Make this a bit bigger so you can see a bit better. There we go. Let's get one of these for you as well. Who would like to come out from my angel deck, please? For my collective. Oh, that one. Send love. Send love to yourselves, guys. And send love to the situation. Send love, because that's another thing I really should have said. All of our caretakers, everyone who, was in a position when we were younger to be nurturing, we have to have compassion for them and send them love, because mostly they're only doing the best with what they have been given. So instead of filling yourself up with resentment and regret, as we went in and did the healing on that anyway, send love, send pink light. The best way to do that is just visualize a big cloud of pink light going to the situation or the person or the place or the thing, whatever it is, and you will actually witness the changes, and it will be very graceful when you do that. I've done it myself, and it is very powerful. So I think one more from this one. They're telling me. Make a wish. Yes, again, that's stepping into your manifestation. So now you're in a place of change, when you can say to yourself, okay, I'm worthy and deserving of making a wish. I'm worthy and deserving of receiving. And you'll feel it, because you feel that your energy has been freed up. Can't make it up. What did I just say? And you're not alone underneath that as well. Yeah, a lot of you are going to feel really free. Just want to see that nature card underneath for a lot of you. Just go out in nature and ground yourself after this. If you have a grounding mat, ground yourself, because when we get these downloads, we can be a wee bit up high in our head. So just ground yourself after receiving the downloads. All right, one more message. Message from the universe for everyone. Take care, drink lots of water after receiving the downloads. And we'll get a message from the universe here, and then let's finish off this video. 1, 2, 3. This is your validation that things are finally beginning to work out for you. Get ready for unexpected breakthroughs, good news, and plot twists. Blessings are coming. There you go. And get any better. When does it get any better than that? How does it get any better than that? Eh? Wonderful news. Okay, guys, going to finish off. And again, please write in the comments how you're doing. Contact me if you'd like to work with me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.